Overflows.
Sexual orgasm, prelude to meditation. Meditation has three qualities: a state of thoughtlessness, a state of timelessness, and a state of ego, agelessness, and egolessness. A state of thoughtlessness, a state of timelessness, a state of egolessness, and a state of agelessness. 4. During sexual interaction, when orgasm happens, the couple experiences these states. It is certain that without sexual orgasm, nobody could have been able to discover these qualities. Once they discovered these qualities, people of higher intelligence must have tried to experience them even without going into sexual orgasm. You experience thoughtlessness, timelessness, agelessness, egolessness for the first time, and easily through orgasm or act of sexual interaction. So if you have experienced that, can I experience it without sex as well? And when you experience it without sex, then it becomes meditation. So that is why sexual orgasm is prelude to meditation. Meditation is the experience of orgasmic state with self and then living with this state moment to moment. Is it possible to attain to such consciousness? Somebody must have succeeded, and since then millions of people have succeeded, and dhyan or meditation became one of the way of life. The moment your sexual act becomes meditation, you have attained the freedom from the body-mind prison. If you are freed, sex is freed from body-mind, will sex be still necessary? Will sex still be needed? Then sex enters into a totally different dimension, because then for the first time you experience that sex is not a mere act between, not a function between mind, its conditioning, performed at the level of the body as the field of action. Then first it transforms from the level of the mind to another level which is beyond the mind. Which is beyond the mind? Introspect. Beyond the mind. Then first time it remains, body remains, the physical body remains the field of action, but you have 7 bodies. So you have to experience sex at all these different bodies. The subtle body, the etheric body, the mental body, the spiritual body, the nirvanic body, all these bodies. The whole humanity lives in misery for simple reason that they have the wrong kind of sexual ethics, a kind which teaches them to repress it, to be guided by the fact morality that we are all sinners, we are born in sin. And the more this feeling deepens, you repress your sexuality. The farther away you are from meditation, the more you repress it, the closer you are to madness, not to meditation. Sex is a natural, spontaneous phenomenon to be respected, that it has been given to me. Why has I been given this energy of sex? Was God or existence foolish in giving me? Or the priests and the moralists, they know about it more? Do I have to explore it on my own or go by the conditionings? The moment you go on the exploration journey on your own, you slowly and slowly come out of the clutches of the mind and its conditionings. And the energy of sex should remain confined to reproduction only. It is simple to see the fact that animals are not sexual all the year around. They just have their seasons. In those few months or few weeks, they are sexual. Otherwise, sex disappears from their lives. And in you, because the man has awareness, so it will continue until you have explored all the dimensions of it. Why has man the capacity to be sexual all the year around? So at least in some moments, he goes deeper into it. There must be a purpose behind it. Existence never does anything meaninglessly. It is the energy man is born with and born out of. Indeed, everything is born out of it. Naturally, there is no higher energy than sexual energy. It has many functions for human existence. However, biological reproduction is not the only function, but this is the only function that you know. The same energy can have different creative dimensions. The same energy joined with meditative practices can be sublimated to higher peaks of consciousness and enlightenment. Sex is not a law, it is love. Two persons can be sexually related only if love allows them. When there is no love, the only law remains as a binding force. It is sheer prostitution, and I am against it. It is strange that all the religions have caused prostitution in the world, but at the same time they go on condemning it, and nobody stands up and says prostitution exists, because you have repressed love with law, replaced love with law, and you have created the deep feeling of guilt and sin in an individual. Law is not love. Marriage is valid only if there is love. The moment love disappears, the marriage is invalid. For that matter, millions of people are living unlovingly and unnaturally because of the religions they have, because the religions have forced the arbitrary bondage of marriage and have tried to make it permanent. Life is continuously changing, nothing remains permanent. Love also is not permanent. Only plastic flowers are permanent, real flowers cannot be. If you are too addicted to permanence, then you will end up with plastic flowers and plastic love. That is how people have ended up with plastic marriages, plastic relationships, all phony and hypocritical. It gives no pleasure to anyone. There is a vast prostitution all over the world. Ordinarily, when you go to a prostitute, you have purchased her for the night. At least it is straightforward. But when you marry a person, promising her that you will love her always, even beyond death, and even before the honeymoon ends, the love disappears. There are male prostitutes as well as female prostitutes. And when it applies to both. And when you live life in a sort of deception, now you are using the human being as a thing, as a sexual object. Certainly love should be the only law and only deciding factor for togetherness. Love should be the only deciding factor for love. And the energy of sex should not remain confined to reproduction alone. It is simple to see the fact that animals are not sexual all year long. They have their seasons. My understanding is that reproduction could have been managed within a few weeks, just as being managed by all the animals. The man has been given so much sexual energy. It is a sheer indication that existence wants you to transform, to explore this energy into higher levels of consciousness, and if it can be transformed. Just as it can give birth to a child, it can give birth to you, it can make you reborn with a new vision, new bliss, new light, new understanding, and a new being. All that is needed is that your sexual energy should be joined with meditation, and that has been my whole work or effort. Sex energy plus meditation is the only way forward, and it is the easiest thing to join them, because while making love, the moment you come to an orgasmic experience, your thoughts disappears, time disappears, ego disappears, and there is no age. Suddenly you have melted into the other. You are no longer an ego, and these are the qualities of the meditation: no ego, no time, no age, no thinking, just pure awareness and melting into the whole. When sexual orgasm ends, meditation begins. They can be joined very easily. The easiest thing to do is to join them. You are so close. When thoughts stop, time stops, ego stops, you are in tremendous, beautiful space. The space we are searching through meditation. However, that this happens naturally during sexual interaction. The moment orgasm happens, you experience these stages, and although it lasts for a few seconds, but it has given you the taste of something that you have not known, not of this world, something of the beyond. And you will be surprised when sex act becomes an act of meditation. Your experience of orgasm, the time enhances. It is no more an experience of few moments or minutes. It can last for a longer period of time, even after the act has finished. We do not know who discovered meditation. Perhaps thousands of years ago in the East, we have the books to at least 10 years old describing the methods of meditation. Enough for now, but this journey will continue.